Hello everyone, it's Hidej. We're going to be taking a look at one of the most historic game in Shogi history. It is Bonanza versus Duo Watanabe. Yeah, and this was the first official game where Shogi Engine played against a professional player. This game took place on March 21st, 2007 as an exhibition game, officially by Japan Shogi Association. And at the time, Bonanza was the strongest AI on Earth. I always said that it is almost equal to top level of amateur players. So, yeah, it's gonna be a very exciting game. But we were so confident that it won't beat professional player, and he's a duo. But it wasn't so easy for him. Yeah, Bonanza was so much stronger than we expected. So, well, let's take a look at this great game now. So black was Bonanza. He played pawn to 7f. No, not he. I don't. He played. It played pawn to 7f. Okay. 8d, 6f, 3d, and rook to 6h. So Bonanza is going for fourth file rook. Watanabe is basically static player. He plays 0 to 6b. Now king castles to 7h. Oh, sorry, 4h, 5d, 3h, 4b, 2h. Now king to 3b, and what castle black going to use? Not yet. He moves the silver up to 7h, gold to 5 here from the right, and then lands to 1h. Yeah, so he uses fourth file ranging rook Anaguma strategy. Now, silver 5c, king 1i, bishop 3c, silver 6g, and king 2b, and silver to 2h. Okay, now, obviously white is going for Anaguma as well. Well, Watanabe is master for Anaguma too. Now gold to 3b. Silver 5f. Yeah, he's going for this pawn. So silver 4d. Pawn to 4f. Pawn 8e. Bishop 7g. And gold to 4b. Okay, now white doesn't go for Anaguma immediately. Well, if it's just a human game, he will probably go there now. Yeah, actually he can do that. But he didn't play gold to 4b. So, well, I guess Watanabe is playing very carefully here. So he doesn't underestimate this Bonanza engine. You can say that. Now gold to 3i. Now he goes to lands to 1b, going for Anaguma. Okay, so pawn of 4e. Silver goes back to 5c. Silver 4g. Okay, maybe this silver is going to stand up here to get a very good square. Okay, king 1a. But here goes silver to 3f. Okay, Bonanza is still going for this pawn. Interesting. So pawn of 2d, protecting that square. Okay, pawn of 2f. Okay, this is aggressive. So silver 2b. Okay, what happens if black pushes this pawn? Well, I don't know. It's pretty exciting situation, but Bonanza calmly moved the gold up to 5h. So maybe Watanabe was lucky. He could now simply move the silver up to 2c, and that pawn is okay. Now gold 4h from the left, pawn to 1d, silver to 2g. Okay, black is making a 4-piece Anaguma. Gold 2b, gold 3h sideways, and gold to 3b run from the right. All right, now both Anagumas are made. Double Anaguma game, but black's Anaguma is clearly stronger. You can say that. Now pawn to 6e. Wow, suddenly. But well, after a game, Watanabe said he was expecting this move because he knows Bonanza pretty well. He said it will do this. So white accepts the bishop trade, knight recaptures. Now the question is, can white go pawn to 8f? No, I don't think so, because bishop to 74 king. So that's why Bonanza could offer a bishop trade here. Oh, sorry. So here, knight recaptures, and okay, gold to 4b. Wow. Well, now he knows this is a lose of moves, but he's playing very carefully here, not to give black any attacking line. Well, I don't know, but maybe he's even worrying about this line, for example. I don't know if it's gonna work. or not. You know, whatever. You know, I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, White's playing very carefully. Gold two. Oh, sorry. Gold 4b. Then bishop drop on 6f. Very interesting bishop drop now. Okay. Now once the bishop is deployed on the board, now gold goes back to 3b. Pretty interesting. What is he doing? Well, he's playing very carefully. It's not usual for him to play like that. Maybe he even feared the bishop would sack itself for 2b gold, which is pretty common, often the case with Bonanza, you know. Yeah, well, I'll talk about that later. Okay, so bishop to 7e, just simply attacking the silver. Well, what does he do now? Gold 4b again. Well, maybe Bonanza would go for this silver bishop trade, actually. One of the famous thing about Bonanza is he evaluates bishop pretty low, and it's sometimes very near to the evaluation to gold. So it often sacrifices bishop for a gold, and that's the basic characteristic of Bonanza. So Watanabe is very careful here. He dropped bishop to 4b to protect 6d square. Okay, now pawn to 5f. Okay, very good way for the bishop. What pushes the pawn up to 7d, attacking the bishop, but bishop goes back to 5g. Now looking at this diagonal. Now white play bishop to 3c, attacking the knight, but then bishop 4f attacking the rook. Okay, rook 8c and rook 6g. Okay. Now pawn to 8f. Pawn takes, rook takes. Okay, bishop promotes, taking the lance, winning material first, but rook promotes to 8i, making up a dragon. Now, what does black do? Now he attacks a pawn to 4d. Very good move. He takes with a silver, and then rook to 4g. Now that black has to get rid of that pawn, he can make bottom pawn anytime, and he's also threatening this lance attack in the next move, I guess. Okay, so now white takes the lance on 9i. Okay, now here's the very critical point of this game. One of the most important position in this game. You know what Bonanza played? Well, our question was, how are they going to start attacking on the king's head to attack faster than the opponent? But what Bonanza did is pawn to 6d. Okay, now Watanabe thought, what is that? Now, there's one thing that we all know. There's no way that white's gonna take it, because if he does that, if he accepts that in between move, now black can take this knight and bring his horse to 5d, a very good position. One move faster, not getting off here and then go here. So that's not acceptable for white. So there is no way white takes that. Okay, that's the first important thing. So yeah, that means this pawn will going to promote. Yeah, and it's a powerful promoted pawn. But look at how far this token is from the king, and there's no way this pawn gonna make it to the king, right? So that's why he thought, what is that? It's even blocking his own horse. Great, doesn't look so good move. So what Watanabe thinks is, yeah, he now has to start attacking before this promoted pawn comes to his king, right? Yeah, so he now started to look for a very good way to attack, and then he realized there isn't much of a fast attack for him, and he was astonished. This pawn promotion might work. Okay, now he thought he might be in a little bit of a trouble. So now what he did is, he has to attack now. So he played silver to 3e. And what he thought was, well, if black promotes and it's welcome for him, he can go attacking here. But what Bonanza did, he played calmly pawn up to 3f. Yeah. So Bonanza is very clever right here. Knowing that white's not going to take this pawn on 60, thus showing this very steady, slow but steady attack with promoted pawn, forcing white to make his fast attack, and then calmly makes this counterattack. Okay, so, Watanabe has to keep going, right? So he drops a lance. Okay, rook runs to 3g. Okay, now white's plan is sack the silver to 2f. Silver takes in lance promotion to 3i, or 4i. Okay, now pawn promotes on 6c. Lance takes, gold recaptures. Now black is up material with one lance here, and promoted pawn is very powerful here. Okay, now is Watanabe alright here? Well, he still has pretty strong attack. Pawn to 2e, silver takes, and pawn drop on 2g. Yeah, this dragon is powerful. If it takes with a silver, well, this gold get flows. Oh, it's protected by the rook, but not so good structure. So he played rook takes 2g. Okay, now, but pawn to 2f attacking the rook. Rook takes and gold drop on 1e. Okay, now at this position, there was one move that Watanabe feared. It was lance drop on 2g, giving up the rook, which Bonanza could not find. If black does that, Watanabe thought it's going to be very hard for him, because after gold takes, lance recaptured, and this pawn drop is powerful. He can't take it, right? However, at this pawn promotion, black can drop a gold here. Now, even giving up the silver, he can take it with the horse. So this king is very stabilized, and white's piece stand, there's no pawn. So there is a very fierce attack coming up for white's king. So Watanabe thought this position is not good for him. But well, he was pretty kind of confident that Bonanza would not find this move, because it is very hard for a computer program to evaluate that kind of situation to be good for him. Like losing whole material, but it's good because the horse is here, and the opponent is in pawn shortage. So yeah, he was right. Bonanza could not find that lance move, and he played pawn drop on 2d. But this line, Watanabe was sure he can win in this line, because after this he takes the rook, pawn takes the silver, gold recaptures, and yeah, you might want to drop a pawn. So Bonanza did that, drop a pawn to 2d, but Watanabe knew this line is a win for him. He dropped the pawn to 2g. Now, what is important about endgame, is speed, not material balance. It's all about which gives the threat mate or a brink mate faster than the opponent. So Watanabe has read everything here. Black will promote the pawn to 2c. Now the question, is this a threat mate? And the answer is no. If black does not have a knight, this is no mate, which is called a knight Z. Okay, even if black takes, bishop takes, no check is possible. If black has a knight, it's a one move mate, right? Knight drop on 2c, smothered mate. But it's no mate if he doesn't have a knight, and if he takes this way, gold takes, and there's no mate. Right. So what is important here? This is no mate. And there was one thing that Bonanza did not read at this position. Are you thinking white's gonna now take the silver? No. Watanabe has been long preparing for this move. Dragon to 3i. Okay, now don't immediately, think about taking. Before taking, ask yourself, is this a threat mate to Black's king? Because if it's not, you shouldn't touch your king side, and you should think about, you know, giving threat mates to White's king. Well, I don't know how to do that, but there's plenty of way to do that, right? But it's a threat mate. It is very simple. It is very simple. Horse takes, dragon takes. Yeah, it's clearly the threat mate. So you're right. Black has to take the dragon. But before that, Black can make a check. So Bonanza actually did that. Okay. But no mate, so he has to take the dragon. But gold drop on 2G. Okay, now silver takes it. Pawn promotion. If it takes the king, it's all lost for Black. With this check, it'll be a brink mate at least. So Black has to take with a horse. But pawn drop on 2G. Okay, now ask yourself, is this a threat mate? Well, probably yes. Takes it. Rook drop. Well, it was simple. No, maybe 5H actually. So threat mate. So Bonanza had to take that pawn. Okay, gold takes. Still a threat mate. Silver drop, but silver drop on 2H. If you take it, checkmate. And is this a threat mate? Yes, it is. Take it, knight drop. So always this is a threat mate. Okay, so gold drop on 2H, but gold takes, silver takes, and pawn drop on 2G. And here now Bonanza Resigned. So it was a very exciting game, Well, one of the interesting thing, kind of strange, is that Bonanza could not read that dragon to 3i. Because, well, I'm very curious, why can't an engine read something like that? It's good at endgame, right? The engines are good at solving checkmate problems. So why not they can solve threatmate problems, or which is one move faster or not? I'm very curious. And well, one thing about this line, actually, there is one possibility that Bonanza could still stand. At this position, Bonanza took with the silver in order to keep the horse as a strong defense piece. But why didn't it take it with the horse? To give White a less useful piece to attack, the bishop. Oh, well, sorry, because in this way it's going to be a pawn drop and it will be the same thing. But what I was thinking is, what about king takes 2H? And actually the thing is, it is pretty hard for White to keep making threat mates because this silver is protecting this square. So if rook drop, pawn drop can keep it safe. So what about bishop drop? Well, if you block it, actually this is a mate. Sorry, if it's not a mate, if he runs this way, I guess. Threat mate. Threat mate. It's a disaster. Anyway, so let's go this way. Well, it's a, guess it's a checkmate. Don't forget about this bishop. But if Black runs, not very easy to keep making threat mates, actually. So maybe Watanabe didn't see this possibility, I guess. But anyway, Black just took it to silver. So it was all lost for White. Yeah. So congratulations for Watanabe for doing this. It was a very exciting game. Now, the reason I did this video today is to bring up another very great game between an engine and a professional player, which is women professional Shimizu versus Team Engine Akara. which took place in last month. So please look forward to that video. I'm going to be back with that very soon. Goodbye.